Alrighty, we have our wall avoiding robot for CSCI 255. So a little basic intro to some of the hardware on this. Right here we're using an MSP 430 microcontroller to control it. We have two servos. See one servo there, one servo there. In order to control those servos, we have a power board right here. It's being mounted onto this DEB board. These blue terminal blocks are supplying the power. And these are the wires for our servos using to control those. Alright, right out here in the front we have the IR emitter that's emitting IR. And then, so in order that we don't pull too much current from the microcontroller, we have two 330 ohm resistors right here in parallel. And then right here, this black piece is the IR receiver. So this IR emitter is emitting IR, and this receiver is going to receive the IR. And then of course this is all on our dev board, and we're mostly just using this dev board for power distribution to power servos and the receiver and things like that.
On the software side, so the MSP 430 has two timers that you can use. Each timer has two channels that you can use. So on one timer, we have the infrared light, which is receiving a 38 kilohertz signal. And then on the other channel, we have, or on the other timer, on one channel we have one servo, and on the other channel we have the other servo. So the primary goal of the code is forward motion. So the robot initiates forward motion, and as it hits a wall, the infrared light, 38 kilohertz, bounces off and hits the receiver, which triggers a hardware interrupt in the code. The hardware interrupt now jumps to a backwards motion for the servos. The servos are being controlled by pulse width modulation, so depending on the uptime, that just determines which direction it's going in. Anyways, backwards motion, then from there we use a empty for loop for the delay process, then it jumps to a turn cycle, again an empty for loop, and then backwards to the forward motion, and it repeats the process over.